Hello all, Jamie Rodgers here from Jamie Rodgers Crafts, and on today's how-to video I thought what we'd have a little look at is how to colour your flowers. Now whenever I post our two-tone flowers on our social media platforms, I'm always asked how did we create this effect, and it is so simple and easy to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our die. Now today we're going to be looking at the Rippled Blooms die set. But have a little look at our dies. Lots of them have the same ability as this one, and I'm going to give you a close-up so you can see what I mean. We are looking at dies which have got embossed detail running through the petals. Now on the finished examples I'm going to be sharing with you later, that I've actually been using the classic poinsettia die set, but we've got a few different dies that do similar patterns on the petals. It's all about having that debossed work to work with on your die. So we're going to bring in our die and we're going to place it onto our mats for our machine. Now I'm going to work today with a Pro Cut by Kit and Caboodle. So I'm going to use the 3mm plate, the magnetic shim, the die of choice, and then some card. Now I'm going to go for some of our pearl card. This is our lovely icy gold white version, but it doesn't have to be, it can be whatever type of card you wish to work with. I'm then going to put on the 5mm plate and we're going to send this through the machine. So basically we've done a standard stack for whatever your machine may be to die cut out of. So once this die has cut, not only will it have cut the actual die, all of that debossed detail that we was having a little look at on the actual die before we did our cut is going to be transferred actually onto the die cut. So if I give you a little look at this, this is of course one of our flowers, and this is now nicely debossed for us to take advantage of and colour if we wish to. Now of course all of these die cuts will come out and we can use all of those when we wish to, but we'll take those two, we'll pop that off to one side for the second, and we'll bring in just a piece of card to work on, or copy paper. We're then going to bring in an ink pad. Now I'm going to work with the Squirrel Red Quick Dry Pigment ink because this is the one I've used on the cards I'm going to be giving you a little flash of in a moment. Now all I'm going to do is take the ink and I'm just going to brush this over the top, and I'm going to go in lightly because I can add more, I can't take it away. So I'm going to go in lightly and just build up over the top here. Now all of those debossed lines that we've created on the petals are going to keep to that white pearlescence that's underneath them. When we brush the ink over the top, all we're colouring is the top of the die cut. And that's how we create our two-tone effect. Now I'm working, as I mentioned, with our quick dry pigment ink pads. You could be doing this with our metallic ink pads if you would like to, or of course you could be doing it with a whole host of other inks as well. Now if your inks are a bit too juicy, or you've got a brand new pad, or the ink's a bit too messy to work with, then of course you can take a brayer, you can work that through your ink, and you can apply your brayer over the top of your die cut instead. Now when I lift this up, you're going to see that two-tone effect come into action. Now it doesn't have to be perfectly clear or perfectly done, it's just trying to give you a hint of what that's going to look like. Now on pearl card, this ink will take a little minute to dry, although they're quick dry pigment ink pads. That's for absorbent cardstock. With pearl, we've got that little limitation coming in with the pearl of the absorbency, so it will dry perfectly fine, but just give them a second to set. Once you've created them and you let them dry, as you can see, you can then start shaping and creating with them. So on this one, we've got some of the chameleon green ink coming through in the background from the quick dry ink family. And then of course, we've got the same squirrel red, and this one is done on that pearl card, just like we was doing just a second ago. Now here's another one to give you another idea as well. Same flower set, that same classic poinsettia, but built up in a slightly different fashion and bringing in some of the larger layers as well for you. So just a couple of cards to inspire you on what you could be creating. And as I mentioned, do look for our different dies because we have a few flowers that are already released, a few more yet to come, that have got that same detail that you'll be able to brush your inks over to create that two-tone effect. Now experiment with your inks, experiment with your cardstock, and don't be afraid to use a brayer if you do find that you're getting it in the groove. If you have any questions, then please pop them in the comments and I'll do my very best to answer them for you. But thank you very much for watching this how-to video, and I hope it's helped you come up with a way that you can create something new and exciting with our products. Bye for now.